It's not a process that we want to rush, we want to do it right. We take our time with it, and patience for the passion of the product, it just makes sense. Hi, my name is Werner. I restore Superbosses in my part-time.
This is a 1992 Opel Superboss. It is a uniquely South African legend. They were built in incredibly low numbers and are widely regarded as one of the best hot hatches ever made. But the best part about this one is that it's ours.
I was approached by Hannes from Cars.co.za quite some time ago to do a very nice video on my Opel Superboss. Since then, they asked me to look for them also for one through the Superboss forum. We found them a very nice Burgundy, 125 tag.
The idea was to build an exceptional Superboss, and so the restoration had to be thorough. Everything was stripped from the chassis, even the paint.
We're going to do this car from the nut and bolt, from start to finish. Everything we're going to do over in this vehicle. Came back a couple of weeks ago from the panel beaters. The painting came out very well. So we was basically starting off with doing all the pipes, the wiring, petrol pipes, brake fluid pipes, the brakes and everything. We'll start doing those ones over. We'll start from there, and then we'll work our way through carpets, interior. We're doing the engine completely over. We're giving it the original 3 cams, 276 cams. It's going to have the LS diff, the André Verwey diff. It will have all the Promotech box, everything what it must have, it's going to have. We're busy with the restoration. It's going to take right about a month or 2 to get it basically close to finish, and then it's testing from there. Teething problems, go drive it, make sure everything is fine, get rid of a bit of the rattles what they originally came with. So that's basically what we'll be doing.
So 1 to 2 months turned out to be very ambitious. After 12 months of restoration work, the Superboss was up and running and ready to be shown to the world. Hannes Oosthuizen, who heads up the Sentimental project for Cars.co.za, has a real soft spot for the Superboss and has been involved every step of the way.
2 years ago, that car was in a barn. It had no front bumper, it had a bad boy bonnet on it, it had a second-hand Momo steering wheel, it was the wrong color, and that's where it is now. It's an emotional moment.
In October this year, we entered our Superboss into the SA Concourse to be parked alongside and judged with the best in South Africa. But this wasn't our Burgundy Beast's first outing. That happened at the high-profile Cars.co.za Consumer Awards in February, when Hannes drove it onto the stage in front of a 400-strong audience.
Okay guys, so this is a 1992 Opel Kadett GSI 16-valve Superboss. If you have any interest in South African motorsport heritage, the name Superboss will bring back a lot of memories. This car was developed right here in South Africa to do one thing, and that was to beat BMW on the racing circuits of South Africa. And it did that quite a lot. So it's a legend and a very important part of our automotive heritage as a country.
So this Superboss probably has had the most public, open restoration that any Superboss has ever had. We've documented it on social media, in articles, and even its eventual reveal to a live audience, streamed internationally.
But anyway, so why do we have a Superboss? Well, we believe that South Africa has this very rich and very diverse automotive heritage, and we want to play our part in protecting that.
When we came to Cars Awards in January, and he drove on stage, and it absolutely stole the show that night. But I had a feeling in my gut as we sat in the car idling before we drove on stage that this car is going to do something unexpected.
You see classic car ownership, eh?
Is it not starting?
And truth Bob, it didn't start. And then we had this very special moment, which kind of became the most iconic moment of Cars Awards in that year, which was Victor Matfield, legendary Springbok lock, DJ Fresh, Maps Mopunyane, rushing on stage to help me push this Superboss off the stage. But in the few moments that I've had it away from the camera, I think we've got what they call a Wednesday car. And a Wednesday car is a car that really performs unbelievably well. It's built with all the right bits, and it's got all the go and all the heart, but only when it wants to and when nobody's looking.
We currently have 3 other SA classics being restored, but this Superboss is Sentimental Project 1. This little car means a lot to us here at Cars.co.za, and in October this year we had a chance to find out how it stacks up against the best in South Africa at the SA Concourse. One of Cars.co.za's founders and part-time BG's Revival band member, Ross McElroy, explains why, as a business, Cars.co.za has involved itself in the classic car scene.
Yeah, we're here at Concourse South Africa. It's a beautiful event here at Stain City. Some amazing cars here. But yeah, very excited from a business point of view to be here today. It's the first competitive outing and an opportunity for us to showcase it to the world. We are in the process of creating a car collection of South African classics to protect the heritage and to make sure that, you know, the South African car culture is certainly celebrated. And we as a local South African car business are at the forefront of A, protecting that, B, celebrating it, and finding the joy that cars are able to share with all of us and we can experience through it.
So we kind of never, I guess, expected to be at Concourse 2 years ago. It was never part of the business's plan, it was never part of the goal, and then we started Sentimental and we started speaking to these owners and discovering these cars and learning about people in the industry. And I think as a brand for Cars.co.za, as a classified, you know, we've done a lot to win people's trust and their minds. But I think one area where we potentially could do better is to probably win their hearts.
Even though we were confident that our Superboss was the best in show, on the day we didn't win any trophies, mostly because she was shy to perform in front of the judges. But on the drive home with the sun setting, there is no doubt in anyone's mind that this Superboss is an absolute heart stealer, and we hope that as we show it more and more to the public, that it will steal their hearts too. Did you know that we also sell really awesome car-themed merchandise? Check out our range of custom t-shirts and prints at our online store now. Simply click on the square box on your screen and we'll take you there, or the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching.